Hello and good afternoon from your Co-op Community Stadium. I'm Craig Barnes and today I'm alongside Brian Halford as we watch Leamington's latest National League North fixture against fellow top half side Alfreton Town, who have made the trip down from Derbyshire. Recent fixtures between the sides have produced plenty of drama and goals galore, none more memorable from a breaks perspective than their 4-3 home win in November 2020 as Paul Holleran's side roared back from a 3-0 half-time deficit to take all 3 points in stoppage time. That victory was Leamington's last against the Reds, who have subsequently won the past 3 meetings. Leamington make one change to the side that faced AFC Telford last Saturday. Stephen Morley makes his first league start of the season, with Louis Hall expected to play in a more advanced position down the left. As for Alfreton, they are unchanged from their draw with Peterborough Sports last time out. Top scorer Bailey Hobson, who has 4 goals in his last 2 appearances against Leamington, is likely to play in a more advanced central position behind veteran target man and captain Matt Reid. Another throw-in for Alfreton. Lund into the penalty box once more. Sea of bodies, breaks for number 6, Dwayne Wiley, the centre-back, but he blazes over for Alfreton. Lots of early warning signs though, series of throw-ins clearly going to lead to lots of chances for Alfreton. Down to Stephen Morley, who's under a little bit of pressure, plays the ball backwards to Callum Hawkins, back to Morley, nice and composed there from the Leamington goalkeeper. Morley, it's ball forward, straight through to Willis, who spills it. And it's there! Leamington take the lead. It's Ben Usher-Shipway with his first goal for Leamington after a goalkeeping collapse from George Willis.
Yeah, complete lack of communication there between the defender and the goalkeeper, but Ben Usher-Shipway still had a bit to do there. He collected the ball, took it round a defender and still had another defender to beat on the line and stroked it into the empty net. A lovely finish actually, it wasn't quite as easy as it might have seemed. Great start for Leamington. Yes,
13 minutes on the clock when Ben Usher-Shipway scored. It was a calamitous mistake from George Willis, the Alfreton keeper, and Leamington lead. Lund back to number 10, who is Danny Pearson, up to Reed, the target man. Now Preston into Leamington area. It shoots over though, straight into the penalty area with purpose there, and but couldn't keep his shot down. Hawkins looking for either Hewlett or Edwards, but it comes through to nothing. Reed down from the ensuing second ball. Reed this time feeling a strong challenges. Lane is going over to the referee, who wants a word with him, but Reed's already back up on his feet. Jack Lane booked for Leamington, briefly a former Alfreton player, indeed Leamington signed him from Alfreton. Wiley, Salam again. Miss clearance from Theo Street, but luckily from Leamington point of view he gets away to Edwards. Now Connor Taylor plays it back to Meredith. Meredith clears, long ball looking for Connor Taylor. Simeon May does well, rides a couple of challenges before giving away possession. Now Hobson only as far as Stephen Morley on halfway. Morley to Adam Walker down the Leamington left against Claxton. Walker, ball into the penalty area, but it's cleared for a Leamington corner. Leamington building up a little bit of steam as we approach half time. The referee's just making sure he's happy with all the challenges and jostling that's currently going on. Usher-Shipway, arms aloft, ball comes in to the near post. Lane flicks it on, but only as far as it goes into the side netting. So Meredith cleared by Lund. Simeon May tries to clear. Reed finds Salam. Salam's cross comes in. Theo Street takes a touch and eventually clears the ball up to Connor Taylor, who's was challenged by Wiley. Referee's unhappy once more. Is he going to book another player? I think he is. Matt Reid, the Alfreton captain. A little bit too many physical challenges, I think, as far as the referee is concerned. And he's going to show the Alfreton number 9 a yellow card. So 5 minutes played in this second half. It's going to be Preston with a free kick for Alfreton. Looks for his options. In the ball comes, looking for Reed. Edwards does well, but only half clears. Alfreton still on the attack. Leamington's trying to clear it. And it's a goal. Alfreton have equalised. It's the centre-back who was loitering on the edge of the penalty box as the ball bobbled around from the Alfreton free kick. And his strike beats Callum Hawkins to level the score. Leamington 1, Alfreton 1.
And that's what Alfreton do. They just pile them in and hope for half clearances or deflections. And it was one of the former there, a half clearance that just landed at the feet of Wiley, and fair play to him. That was a really good strike from 20 yards. And Callum Hawkins had no chance.
So the corner comes in to the near post. It's cleared by Claxton for Alfreton. Up to Danny Pearson. Pearson strides forward with Adam Walker for company. Checks back, buys himself a bit of time. But poor ball forward, and it's cut out by Simeon May. May can't get Leamington on the front foot, and now it's Danny Preston. Preston into the penalty area. Up to Southwell, who's just come on for Alfreton, and he fires over the bar. Got across to Callum Hawkins to make sure the ball didn't cross the line. Great reflexes, and away for an Alfreton corner.
Yeah, I think when Southwell connected with that, he thought it was 2-1. A wonderful save from Callum Hawkins.
Alfreton keeper Willis with this free kick. Looking for Reed, who's gone down a little bit too easy there. Is Leamington clear? To Connor Taylor. Taylor does really well there. Feeds it to Simeon May over halfway. Now it's Usher Shipway. Usher Shipway down the Leamington right. Usher Shipway into the penalty box. His ball is nothing, but it's Edwards. Edwards from a good distance there. Stinging the palms of George Willis. Speculative effort. Great effort there from Edwards, but Willis comfortably holds on. There's Alfreton break. Hobson into the penalty box and scores! Belly Hobson, the man who scored a hat-trick here for Alfreton last season, strides into the penalty box and dispatches the ball past the outreached arm of Callum Hawkins to hand Alfreton the lead. It's Leamington 1, Alfreton 2. Moments earlier, Jack Edwards with a fine chance to try and hand Leamington a 2-1 lead as he struck a speculative effort from distance. And then within 30 seconds down the other end, it was Hobson striding into the penalty area and firing past Hawkins to hand Alfreton the lead. Red card. The referee has handed Jack Edwards a red card. So the referee has sent off Jack Edwards there as a challenge came in. Alfreton player still down, can't quite see who it was, but I think the referee deemed it to have been a possible elbow potentially. Claxton's throw-in towards Reed. This time it's a Leamington foul. And it's 10 men aside. Matt Reed, the Alfreton skipper, so both captains sent off this afternoon. And Alfreton will play the final 10 minutes with 10 men. 2 bookings there from Matt Reed as he challenged Stephen Morley. Paul Holloran barking out instructions ahead of this throw-in for Musher Shipway. In it comes. Into the penalty box as Alfreton clear it. In the ball comes again. And again Alfreton clear, only as far as Clark, who shoots from distance. Clark tries his luck, can't keep the ball down though, and it clears the bar. Lots of niggly challenges throughout this match. Very stop-starty, very fragmented. Jack Lane was just simply trying to stop Willis there from taking his goal kick. The referee adjudges, produces a yellow card, his second of the game. Leamington down to 9 men. Joe Clark does well, tries to head forward as he was going backwards. Walker for Leamington trying to get involved as Cantrell there. It was Cantrell against Ben Usher-Shipway. Had his hands out, gave him a definite shove. What does the referee think? He decides it's only a yellow. Leamington have it with Usher-Shipway to Kelly Evans, can't quite control it as the full-time whistle goes, and Leamington, despite taking the lead, have succumbed to Alfreton Town 2-1. It's an incident-packed game. Leamington finished the game with 9 men, Alfreton with 10. Alfreton take the 3 points. It's finished at your Co-op Community Stadium. Leamington 1, Alfreton 2.
So Paul, probably another frustrating afternoon. Your thoughts on the game out
there? Well, listen, bitterly disappointed second half. It's a similar pattern to last week, really. You know, we've didn't back up a good first half performance, really. And listen, and in the end, we've been naive, structurally poor. We've made poor discipline as well. It's probably the first time in a long, long time when I can say that the group has let us down. Us as a group, they've let themselves down, the club, the supporters down second half, because listen, there's no getting away from it. It was an ill-disciplined, weak performance. Listen, Alfreton are a very good side at this level, and they're very effective. They've got various ways of playing. It's very important that you have to defend your box well. Done that okay first half, but then if you look at you let them back in the game, long throw again, you'll be bitterly disappointed with the first goal, because we just haven't shown enough determination or reaction in our box. You know, they're playing keep ball in our box, and then and it's another mistake on the second goal, and in between that we've just I think in the first half we won our fair share of individual battles, duels, areas, and that's what you have to do against Alfreton, and it was competitive. I was hoping we'd go on a bit, but sadly we've gone the other way. What they do well, Alfreton, they build pressure by constantly putting the ball into your box, and very cute with the I'll read. He's very cute at how he stops you trying to make contact with the ball, and he's absolutely ran the game today. So listen, really disappointed with that one. But some really good performances here this year, but I think it'll be. I'm not looking forward to watching that one back. So no, but and listen, obviously the 2 red cards as well. So it's hasn't been a good couple of weeks for us.
We saw striker Tom Hewitt come off in the first half. What's the latest on that one?
Well, obviously last week was impact. It was a dead leg, which caused the problem. This looks, it's hard to tell. It looks like a muscle strain. We weren't too sure to start with. So listen, it's another problem for us. You've got in the stand you've got Kelsey, Dan Turner Jr. sitting up there, and then off he comes as well. So it's tough for us at the moment in that scenario. Lerner, it's like I say, it's been a difficult day for us, but in this division you have to. It's a relentless division. Every game is at this level of football is tough and asks a lot of questions of you, and we haven't found enough answers today. And I'm not going to blah 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 the ref this or whatever or their tactics. Listen, we've just our like you say, our structure, our shape, and our naivety second half was bitterly disappointing. And listen, we need to regroup. We've got a tough run of games now, and we've got to get going again.
Said that Dan Turner was in the stand today. We did see him in a boot. What is the latest on him?
The boot's due off back end of this week, so that would be Friday, I think. And then the idea is that hopefully it was such a small fracture that hoping that he can get back into doing some gym work and whatever. So hopefully it won't be too far. We're hoping that anyway. But listen, it looks like we might have to try and do something again because we're really short in that area at the moment, and sadly, number 9's around this level and around it are really difficult to come by. So it's difficult one. But listen, we've just like you say, as I said, touched on there. Listen, this league asked a lot of questions of him. We need to find some answers now, and it's been a disappointing second half last week. It was a disappointing second half for myself last week personally, and then obviously today's been bitterly disappointing for a few individuals and as a group. I think we've all let each other down today because, listen, we might not have the resources of one or two teams this league, but we're normally structurally good and very competitive, and sadly we were lacking that in abundance second half.